Hello, welcome to the Cactus Inn Podcast. This is the first ever live stream, so thanks for joining us. Of course, I'm Matty Lawless. This is the Cactus Inn, but under the current circumstances, we can't be together. So let me introduce you to the gang. Ryan Winsley. Ryan, how are you?
Yeah, not too bad, thanks, mate. You good?
Yeah, good to see you, pal. Charlie Wernham, Happy New Year, pal.
Happy New Year, son. You all right?
Very well. And finally, producer Dave. Dave, you've been ripping up the socials so far this year. How are you, mate?
Yeah, not bad. How we doing?
Yeah, good. I've got to say.
Little protein shaker there, Dave. Little flashy old.
It's just
Yeah.
Hey, on the H20, the old H20.
I'm trying to do a dry Jan. We'll see.
Yeah, good luck to you, mate. On the dry January front, I don't know how you're managing it. I've got to say, what a long year this week has been. I've been homeschooling. I've been, I don't know how they do it. I really don't know. These things are phenomenal, but fair play to them.
How have you been finding
Charlie, how are you so far, mate? Let's start with you.
So there again, mate. Sorry.
How's 2021 treating you so far?
It's you see, do you know what? I've come into a year full of determination to lose some weight, get fitter, get healthier, do some good things, doing dry Jan. And all I want to do is strap a bag of sensations to my face and open a cold one. And it's only day it's only day 2 into my health thing. I didn't start on the 1st. I started on the 4th, which was a Monday. So
Always start Monday. Start on Monday.
It's pretty much
Always a Monday.
2020 in a minute. But I hold out a lot of hope this year. I hold out a lot of hope because it can't get much bloody worse than last year.
Fair play, mate. Dave, we can see you've got straight vodka in that bottle there. You're another one who's doing dry January. So, sorry, Dave, I'll come back to you. But someone who is a brother in arms, a man after my own heart, Ryan Winsley. Happy 2021, sir.
Happy 2021. Let's start it the right way.
Yeah.
A nice frosty one. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So it's the way forward. It's the way forward.
But fair play. Listen, I've got so much respect for everyone who is doing it. But there you go.
I've just had one of them days where you just want to crack open. Do you know what I mean? It's been one of them days.
It's with us now, Dave. Isn't it?
Every day was one. Every day was one of them
French,
days.
maths, English, the lot today, so I deserve a beer.
You're actually going to...
Mate, that's what you need. Different French, German.
Mate, you're actually morphing into our old school teachers when we went sixth form.
Yeah, mate. I mean, they used to
Most
go...
of them were pissed.
They used to get on the lash at lunchtime. Yeah, unbelievable. But listen, speaking of challenges, fair play to the boys, Charlie and Dave, both doing the dry January, but all four of us are doing a special challenge this month. Right, over to you, mate. You talk us through it.
Yeah, so this month we are attempting to run 26.2 miles, which is obviously a marathon, for hashtag Run the Month with Prostate Cancer UK. So the boys have been out pounding the streets of their respected areas, and we're all trying to raise a lot of money for Prostate Cancer UK and raise a lot of awareness, and really just try and gather some speed with it and get fit along the way. So everyone's sharing their stories. The group, the Facebook group that we're in, is like a really nice community of people who are just really supportive, getting behind everyone and sharing their journeys. Like people might not be able to run, a mile, but they're still getting out there and they're still doing it. So everyone's really pushing forward, and everyone's It's a nice challenge because it's a nice way to ease yourself back into fitness, running a marathon split out throughout the month.
Definitely.
So,
I mean, it's a phenomenal cause.
And thank you, by the way, for everyone that's donated to our Just Giving page.
Amazing. We've done really well. How much have we raised so far? We've smashed our first target and we've had to set another one.
Yeah, we're just under a grand now.
Yeah, brilliant. No, thank you. Honestly, thanks to everyone that donated and sent all that. I was reading the messages because they leave messages as well, and some of the messages are really, really supportive. So thank you. That's going to spur us on to do more. So
we see that. I mean, I've had messages. Friends of mine have contacted me and said, they're so grateful for us taking on this challenge, and you know, it's a cause close to their hearts because obviously, you know, it's something that's impacted their own families. And of course, you know, everybody we know, you know, there's always somebody who knows somebody, you know, who's unfortunately suffered with this sad illness, cancer. So, you know, we wanted to do our bit. It was a great way for us to, you know, really sort of embrace the new year. I've got to say, it's not been easy. You know, for me personally, just getting out there has been the biggest challenge because it's so cold and wet. But once you're out there, there's nothing more rewarding. And it was great last night. We were sharing in our WhatsApp group, you know, some of the milestones that we achieved. So, Dave, you'd obviously gone on your longest run, which was past 10K. I mean, you must have. And suddenly, your bigger brother had to kind of, you know.
Listen, I had to have a
in the Forrest Gump, right? What happened?
I did catch Ryan crawling, curb crawling around Cranham in his car with his phone.
I'm not even joking.
Like that.
There was a police
out Strava like that out the window. Heaters on, a cup of coffee.
I got round to I got towards like 8 or 9K, and then I got to the bottom of Cranham Hill, and I lived the other side, so you have to run over the train tracks over the hill. I got there, and the police had cordoned off the whole road. Like there's like 4 police cars stuck in the middle of the road. Everything's been taped off. Like,
you had to go backwards then.
I had to run all the way. That's why. I didn't want to do 12K. I just ended up getting
about 5 or 6K, and you ended up doing 12.
Exactly. I only went out for 20 minutes. Ended up going out for an hour and 20. But that's the thing. You can't get over unless you go over the hill. So I had to run all the way back and round. Yeah. But,
did you consider for 1 minute getting an Uber? Did it cross your mind?
You know what? It did. But I got a Bolt instead because they're cheaper.
Excellent. Charlie, you're a beginner to running. How have you found it so far? You've done 2 5K runs, which is phenomenal.
Do you know what? I don't like any sort of cardio. And even when I was training, I was in good shape and all that. It was, for me, it was sort of like 10 minutes on the sprinting on the running machine and then high intensity training and stuff like that. The last 2 years, I haven't done an ounce of exercise. Really, I mean, I keep fit enough. I'm active anyway. I play golf and walk the dogs, if you can call that exercise. But
play golf, Charlie, didn't you?
Bit of golf. And a lot of walking for me. Normally, I do 3 times the distance going across the fairway into each set of trees.
Left, right.
But it's listen, I like a bit of exercise. I like having a chat, something to do it for, you know, and what you were saying about hitting the target and people donating, it become really real when you started going, bloody hell, people are donating, you know, we're on 400, 500, 600 and more. You go, cool, people are really getting behind us. So it's a lot easier to drag my ass out for a run this month more than whenever I've tried to do it just for myself, you know. So, you know, I've enjoyed it, starting off with a couple of 5Ks this week, probably do a 10K at the weekend, and then try and see what I can do, see what I can push myself to.
Do you know what, Chart? It's like, I don't know about everyone else, but Dave might have felt this yesterday. Once you stop thinking about the thought of running when you're out there.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You're just listening to music, you're just taking things like you and half notice the distance that you've actually covered. Like, you know, and then you think, no, I'm running for something as well now. Like, do you know what I mean? That spurs you on even more.
Well, the day before the run before my 10K, I ran 4 miles. And I think that was the second longest I've ever run. But I only stopped because my nipples were chafing, my inside of my legs were chafing. But I didn't vats up. So I wanted to carry on then. Do you know what I mean? But it was just, I was bleeding. So I was like, oh shit, I better stop.
Yeah, because Dave, you're fairly new to running, but I mean, your times are fantastic, I've got to say.
Really good.
I've only ever run 5Ks.
What's been the real takeaway for you, like, because now you're going to do your next run? Is the preparation changing for you? Like, what sort of times do you go out, or do you eat like a couple of hours beforehand? What changes for you now?
No, I'm still off work. I don't go back till next week, so I've been going. I don't eat. I go as soon as I wake up, pretty much.
Yep.
And yeah, do you know what? Like I say, I've only ever done 5Ks. It's the longest I've ever done. If you
they called you Dave 5K, didn't they?
They did.
5K Dave.
No, it's 10K Dave.
That's 10K Dave. Is anyone setting out to do? Because I'm going to do a couple of 5Ks, and I'm going to do a bigger one this weekend. My friend has already. I think as long as the guidelines don't change, you can still exercise outdoors with one person. My mate's going to do a 10K with me. He's going to take on one of his routes. So I'm going to do a couple of 10Ks a weekend, 5Ks in the week, and then try and do some big ones over the last couple of weeks of Jan. So he should absolutely smash the target. But is anyone else sort of planning a bit, or are they just sort of doing what they feel like that day? Or
it's interesting because, for me, yesterday I planned on going on a longer run. I did 4 miles on the Tuesday, or the Monday, sorry. And then Tuesday, I did 4 again, like 4.5. But I wanted to do a lot longer. But during the run, I could feel my calves really tightening up. And I just thought to myself, do you know what? I'm not going to push it this time. I'm going to try and conserve my energy and just call it a day. And I think you need to listen to your body a bit. I mean, for me, listen, I'm like you, Charlie. I haven't really done a huge amount of exercising. So just getting out is a bonus, really. Every time I'm getting out, I'm sort of finding myself getting quicker. I'm enjoying it more. But that moment for me was, I just felt, do you know what? I need to cut this run short. So I actually turned back on my route and went towards home again. But I think it's really kind of how you feel. I mean, like Rice sort of touched on it. I mean, he got lost, but I think once you get into the groove of it, you actually just think, right, I might as well. It's like Forrest Gump. I might as well just carry on running. Yeah.
Do you know what I've found is one of my worst things when I start any sort of exercise or any health kick? I always start on a Monday and I go, right, I'm going to lose a stone by this month. And you eat not a lot. You don't drink. You go out. You work your ass off, and you end up by about a week or week and a half in, you're actually resenting it. You're knackered, you're hungry, and you've hurt something. Can be over my ankle, whatever, it'll be something leg wise. But because I've got a goal, I know I've got to do this for a while. You kind of go, no, I'm going to eat right. I'm going to not cut out carbs. I'm going to eat sensibly, but not eat too little. I'm not going to go and blast a 15K run and try and burn half the stone off in one sitting. Do you know what I mean? So I've quite enjoyed. I've not resented it at all. I've quite enjoyed it because I've got a long-term, goal rather than just right. How much weight can I lose before I on my holiday?
And I think that's the way to do it. To be honest, I mean, any personal trainer will probably tell you that it's the calories that you consume versus what you burn is how you're going to lose weight and hit your targets. So they'll say you can have a beer, you can have crisps, or you can have chocolate, but at the same time, you need to put the work in. Mm-hmm. And I think if you're going to be running, that's certainly one of the best things to do. And, I think for me, fitness-wise, I feel fantastic, to be honest, but my body, listen, I ain't getting younger, and that's where I've struggled a little bit. So, Dave, you are, and Charlie, you're the spring chickens. Me and Ryan, obviously.
We're the old boys. Like today,
I'm not far
behind. It's not so much the day after; it's the day after the day. Do you know what I mean? So
100%. The next day, I feel free. 2 days later, I've been hit by a bus.
I could go down the stairs after my 10K. I was like,
my knees today. I felt like, do you know when a cow can't obviously bend its knees to go up, can it? Like, I felt like mine had locked trying to walk up the stairs.
Trying to lay down.
Yeah, I was like, my legs were like that. I was like, oh, what has happened?
Emma keeps finding it funny because she's working. I'm at her desk at the minute. She's still working from home, my fiance. She's upstairs. And I've been downstairs and she'll go, Charlie. And then I'll go, yeah, and shout up. And she'll stop talking. So I'll be going, yeah. Yeah. And she makes me come up the stairs. She'll go, oh, can I have a drink, please? Or something like that.
That's good exercise, Charlie.
But she knows I'm in bits. So she's doing it for a laugh, and she can hear me going.
Yeah.
Went down the stairs on my bum.
Oh, yeah.
I was going to Google stand a stair lift because I thought, this is going to be the only way.
Down the banister. I was 5.
Brilliant.
Going back to the goals. Like, I'm just going to do whatever Dave runs. I'm just going to run that 1 meter more. Every time.
You're going to be like a
I'm not even joking. Honestly, I'm not even joking.
And rightly so. I agree, because yesterday, like, Freddie went out for a run. Freddie's 13, and he smashed it. Like, he done 5K like nobody's business. And I thought, I can't let him run further than me today. I have to run further. Get the better of me. So, but it's unbelievable.
The thing is, because I'm new to the area, I literally didn't know where I was at some point. So I had to, one of the roads, the A127, I thought, oh, that's down there. I'll run to that. And then I debated running towards the M25 just because I knew.
End up in Kent.
I ended up on the orbital.
Yeah, you're still Ryan going up the M1.
Run back to uni.
They'll go, oh, I can't go on the M6 toll. I ain't got 6.5 quid.
Yeah.
Right, where are you?
Exactly.
Where are you at?
I'm in John O'Groat.
Is that the Watford Gap Services?
I don't know, but I've just seen a statue on the way to the north just doing that.
What are you doing there? What are you doing there?
That's how I felt after my run yesterday. Listen,
he's in Stammer.
Dave, you've done a magnificent job promoting this on social media. Obviously, we're doing hashtag Run the Month with Prostate Cancer UK. You can follow us on our socials at the Cactus Inn. Social media is just one of those phenomenons that just seems to get bigger and bigger. But Dave, we went viral, didn't we, over the festive period? Talk us through what you and your brother managed to achieve. And your kids.
We went a little bit viral, yeah. We went viral with the TikTok of all the things. I mean, I think before Christmas, I didn't even know what TikTok was.
Freddie set it up for us, didn't he?
Yeah, so Freddie set it up, and
now Dave's nickname is the algorithm.
I just keep getting notifications on my phone. I mean,
he's on fire, mate.
I mean, one of our
TikToks, I haven't done any, but I quite like that because I quite like not knowing what's coming up. I quite enjoy it.
I mean, one of our videos has got like nearly 95,000 views.
Honestly,
not that I'm counting. I'm just looking at another one's got 17,000. So another one's got 10. That's the one with the kids and that
sound effects.
Spider-Man one. So.
Brilliant.
What one got 95?
We done a Will Ferrell one. We done
for New Year's.
Oh yeah.
When the missus says she ain't drinking this New Year's Eve.
If you're watching, please feel free to follow us at the Cactus Inn on TikTok. We're on Instagram and we're on Twitter and Facebook, of course. And you can send in your comments tonight as well. We're on StreamYard. This is a new service. You can see it looks really great for us. I'm loving it. So you can send in your comments if you're watching. We'll post the best ones and share them. And,
do we have any comments? Do you have any questions, Dave, at all?
I'm just scrolling through them. No, we have no comments.
Lovely.
No,
we have anyone watching?
we just the first time on Sunday for the darts final. Which I'm going to talk about in a minute with the darts final because one of the Cactus Inn crew snubbed us, and we're going to find out the pathetic reason why. The reason why. And we
still here. Can you see the decorations still up, Charles? You ain't took the decorations down.
You know what? I love the idea of putting the decorations up. I get all Christmassy, get a Christmas music on. I've got a little village I've been expanding over the past 6 years. And
you live in that, Charlie, you nutter.
I have to start working about November. But I love all that bit. I think, that's brilliant. That's all out. And then the tree. And it's like, it always ends in a row. Hate it. I hate it.
Building gingerbread men houses.
I'm done. Me and them always having a fight with the lights, trying to get it on. And then getting them down is the worst. It's worse than putting them up, and I hate it. It's the worst thing.
It's the worst thing ever, and I think that's why people get the January blues because everyone's like buzzing to get their decorations up, and then you get to that point. It's like no one wants to do it. No one wants to take responsibility. I mean, to be fair, I'll leave the lights on the front of my house all year if I have to, but I am not taking them down.
Just don't plug them in. Just don't plug them in for the rest of the year.
The loft pisses me.
Get past June, you might as well just leave them up.
The mention of the loft. Oh, can you go in a loft? No, I fucking can't. I don't even know what we've got there. There could be £1 million in that loft for me, but I still don't want to go up there.
The only good thing about taking your Christmas decks down is your house looks a lot bigger.
Yeah,
and that went off after 48
hours. Must be like hardest for you, Char.
It is massive. It was like that. I wanted to move. I go, we'll just let the decks down. And
I live in a mansion.
Yeah, exactly. And then after that, after about 48 hours, I think, still got the other same in the first place.
I've got a bit of breaking news.
Yes.
We got our first comment.
Yes.
Hey.
Go on.
And it's from D. Harrell. Is that you say? Sorry if it's wrong.
D. Harrell, yeah.
You guys are funny. Well done and keep on your running, keep up the biz. I can't read tonight.
Thank
you, Dave.
Cheers,
Thank you very much.
But yeah.
Well, look, we have got a guest actually tonight. So if you're tuning in, we've got a special guest who's joining us tonight. I'm going to hand over to my esteemed colleague, Ryan Winsley. Right, talk us through the next section of our show.
Yeah, so ladies and gents, we've got a very special guest. Not only is he a really good friend of mine from many, many moons ago, he is also the creator of our wonderful logo that you can see in the top of your screens. He is also, he's also one of the two DJs that taught me how to mix on the ones and twos, especially Space Cowboy. He's also he's got a very heartwarming story and heartfelt story about prostate cancer and the effect that it's had on his life. So, ladies and gents, I'd love to welcome Mr. Stuart Hudson to the chat. Welcome, Stuart.
Welcome, Stuart.
Welcome, mate.
Cheers,
my DJ Sensei.
Cheers for having us, lads. I don't really think I'm the biggest special guest you'll ever have, but I'm the first.
You're the first, mate. Good start.
All that matters, mate. All that matters.
That's probably why we've got about 4 viewers. So
actually,
you're the 15th.
It started going up since you've
we don't count live viewers, we count total views. So the other night, we had about 3 viewers at one stage. But we were getting live 700
logging on, his Wi-Fi kept cutting out.
Well, that's more than we used to have on radio when we used to play radio worldwide, wasn't it? Right.
Yeah. So me and Stu used to DJ on an internet radio show called Jack's House, and we used to stream all over the world. But I think it was to like one person in every country.
Where did you have to go to do it, right?
Pardon?
Where did you have to go to do it?
So this was in Emerson Park. It was in Jack's house. It was his house. It was like it reminded me of like a bit like Wurzel Gummidge mixed with Eisenberg. Breaking Bad. But yeah, he was an old professor, really eccentric, wasn't he, Stu?
Yeah, he was a very clever. He was a maths professor, I think, but he was narcoleptic, so he used to have to take these pills, so he never slept from Monday to Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday the radio station was off because he slept for 2 days, like 48 hours a kip, and then stayed up for 5 days.
It turned into Jack's bed, and then it went back to Jack's house after. But yeah, Stu. As I say, like you're a master digital designer. You work for various high brands like the Sun newspaper and TalkSport, and but I'm sure many people across the country have seen all your work. At some point during the.
I'd say advertising whiz. I've won a couple of awards. I don't want to brag about it, but there we go.
We want people to know.
We've won nothing. So if you could,
I won one.
I can't even win worst actor.
I've never won a raffle. Never.
Was it a Razzie?
Never.
Charlie, have you ever been in Casualty though?
No, never been. In the show or
in the show Casualty? Because
never been in the.
Ryan's never been in Casualty, and
I've never been in
the bill though.
Oh, yeah.
The bill though. The bill different.
Charlie missed out. Charlie missed out on a bill. He would have been. We would have been fighting.
We were even born when it was out. I was in it. I was in a buggy.
Is it gone? I didn't even know it'd gone. To be honest.
Yeah, mate.
What a program.
It's like it all comes back to the bill.
London's burning.
London, yeah.
It's like have you ever seen any British actor that's in any drama or TV show or anything that's like really good? You watch it on BBC One, ITV, whatever it might be. Or you watch Netflix. You go, oh, I recognise her or I recognise him. You go on their IMDb, their spotlight. You start scrolling down. You think, oh look, dramas, couple of films there, dramas. Oh, she's done 5 eps of the bill. Always at the end.
Always at the end. Yeah, mine's always at the end. Yeah. It's It's a shame it hasn't come back. But anyway, we long for those days.
They're always open still for Casualty because they take any age, don't they?
Yeah.
So one day you might fulfil your dream of being on Casualty as like a corpse or
or I could like burn my hand or like that,
or tread on the spike.
Like my hands. Yeah, I'm gonna put my foot through his spike.
But the thing is with Casualty, you always know it's coming. You go, well, he's going to fall off the ladder.
Yeah. Hey, I've never fallen off a ladder, love.
Yeah.
Off he goes.
I'm going to change the electrics in the bathroom. I won't be a minute.
Yeah. It's raining though. Be careful. Oh, yeah. I'm all right. I'm electricity.
Around the air on balcony and pissing down the rain.
My hands are wringing wet. Should I change electricity, love?
I'm just going to take my CD player into the shower.
Are you sure I can make toast in the bath?
I can't get a bit out of toaster.
Use the Yorkshire as well.
Put the knife in there.
It's like Emmerdale. We're like doing Emmerdale Casualty.
Everyone's northern.
To be fair though, I mean, to be fair to you're one of the true Cockneys who went on to a northern soap. So fair play to you, mate.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, well done. You're waiting for the phone call for them to bring back the Roscoes, isn't you?
I doubt it, Matt.
Everyone else back.
In real life, in the show, everyone's fine, everyone's moving. But in the show, I think most of us, I'm not, but there's a few that aren't alive anymore. But I think a few of them died. I was the first one to die. So
it's a soap though, Charlie. It don't matter. You could be dead for years and still come back.
Come back with a bed sheet. Have you read a couple of holes in it?
Yeah,
exactly.
Well,
it was a flashback.
Wherever you want. So, Stu, has it been through lockdown, through Christmas? How have you been finding it? Have you been doing any running?
I have, yes. Believe it or not, for a fat fella, I was going to say the F word then. I literally started running because I thought I've got to do something. Because literally, you get up, you walk down the stairs, you open your laptop, and that's it. That's as far as you walk. Whereas before, I was walking to the train station, getting off at Liverpool Street, walking to London Bridge, lunchtime, walking to the pub, walking back from the pub. And then you literally walk a little bit. But at home, literally, you don't walk anywhere. You literally.
When you work from home, Stu, do you just put a iron shirt on and then just have your
No,
like me now. I've got nothing on underneath this.
All of us,
downstairs. Yeah. No, I've lived in tracksuits for nearly a year now, where I used to wear a shirt before, but
work comfortable, work smart.
Yes, exactly.
I put on weight because I'm the same. I've lived in like shorts and t-shirts or tracksuits or whatever it might be. And normally, how I mark how fat I'm getting or how slim I'm getting is by how tight my clothes feel. And because I haven't worn any for the last year, and everything else is rather elasticated, I've sort of
the worst thing about everything now, everything's elasticated to give.
Yeah.
So you don't really know that you've put on that extra couple of pounds until your missus goes, "Oh, put a pair of jeans on, you look like a rat tramp."
Start wearing clothes for pregnant women.
Yeah.
Expandable jeans.
Game where you accuse the other half of shrinking it. Babe,
yeah.
What would you put this on? It's a bit tight. Yeah, it's because you put on a stone.
Yeah. No,
and the rest.
I literally started running, and I actually enjoy it. To be honest.
Good.
I can't do a lot.
I've seen some of your stories on Insta. So, do you run? You run through woods and you cross rivers and stuff like that. So it's a bit like a Tough Mudder.
Yeah, we run through the woods and just have a laugh, really, and try to watch your mates fall over into the mud, which happens quite a lot. And then I run around the streets. I've taken up cycling and fall like a wanker. It's
running around now.
You're wearing jeggings.
Yeah, it's good fun. Like, you have to go full out though. Like, the gear, I've spent over $1,000 easy on a bike and stuff, but you can't go half-hearted in it. So I'm going to go out tomorrow for a cycle around Hanningfield, and then back to the office, which is the laptop. Open it up, And that's it. It's weird. Do you know what I miss? I don't miss working from home. Like, working from home is great. I miss the banter with all your workmates. Yeah. I miss going in, talking football to other blokes. I miss
camaraderie.
I miss taking the piss out of people, having the piss taken out of me. Even just the simple things of your mate going, fancy a pint at lunch? Yeah, come on, let's go and have a beer. You can't.
Dude, just FaceTime me during the day and I'll take the piss out of you.
There was a survey, wasn't there, that said the thing people have missed most the whole throughout. I think, Matt, you told it when we done the partnership with Absolute Vodka. Is the thing that people have missed most is going for a pint after work or a lunch.
Yeah, the social
with their mate.
Yeah, they miss the social with their mates. Yeah.
It's just talking absolute crap to your mate all day, or
it gets you through, doesn't it? It gets you through the day.
And as a man, that is the time you vent, isn't it? And then, like, you know what I mean? If you want to talk about something, you touch on it in the pub, and it might be something's not right, you don't feel happy, or something, whatever it might be. You want to get something off your chest. That's the time you do it, isn't it? Really, you're not really done with it on the phone. We should do it more, but we don't. But so that's what I've missed.
I've got a colleague at work that I work with, and literally I video him every day and just take videos and take the piss out of him. And I've just missed that. Like, that's like silly filters, and he's like, "Oh, piss off."
I've missed out on your Instagram. Your Instagram's been lacking. Your stories have been lacking.
Oh, yeah, but it used to be.
I've missed it. I don't even know the guy, but I enjoy it.
Oh, I get so many messages about him saying, "How's your mate Jack?" Like, he just terrorising him. Yeah. It's good fun. I mean, when me and Ryan worked together briefly, and there was a couple of us in the office, and we did have a laugh. Do you remember when you done me with the sellotape?
Yeah, across the door.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know if anyone's ever done this, Charlie. This might work for you. Like if it'd be probably ankle height for us, but for you it'd be sweet. You'd be sweet. But it's like literally you wait for someone to go to the toilet, and you have to make sure that the door opens like inside, if you know what I mean.
In towards the toilet.
Towards them, yeah. So they go in, and then you sort of try and gauge how tall they are. So like when you tape, you're going at eye level with the door frame. Then you go right straight across, bang, plant it in, and then you just set up a camera in the corner facing the door, and then as soon as they come out, they open the door and they go the tape like pins them back like that.
You know what? I see that so many times on the internet, and I thought I'd never fall for that. I'd never fall. But you don't pay attention to every door you walk through, do you? Oh, and I literally hit me straight in the forehead. How you gets my eye so perfectly as well.
I did my mate out in Austria, and I had it on video. I don't know if I've still got it, but he's opened the door and he's just checking himself in the mirror like that for about 10 seconds doing that. Like, and then he turns around, boom. He's just covered.
Like Home Alone.
Like a Venus flytrap's got him, like bang, straight away. But yeah, we had a good time with that though, Stu, didn't we?
We did. We used to eat a shitload of Jaffa cakes. That's all I remember.
Jaffa cake and just about a
1 gram of fat in it. 1 gram of fat in a Jaffa.
Well, if you eat 30 of them, it's only 30 grams.
Then we used to eat Terry chocolate oranges.
Boy, it's just a quick one.
Alex Ferguson used to
give a few more messages. Sorry, Matty, we've had a few more messages, but cheers, Scott, and cheers, Charlie. I can't do your first one, but it's one of Ryan's famous lines from one of his films. You pig. Can't say the rest.
Was that in the bill?
That was in the bill, yeah. But Charlie said we're not being rude, lads. Just at work with Neil. So hello, Neil. Whoever Neil is.
Oh, Neil.
Hello, Neil.
But yeah,
keep
can't
the
say the
comments
first
coming,
one.
people. We'll post the best ones. Keep them clean now, of course. We can't really swear on it. We can if we want.
You can say
it's
shit.
Podcast.
I think you can say shit.
Round upon, yeah.
Anyway, I was talking about Ferguson.
Yeah, sorry.
Alex Ferguson used to give the Manchester United players So, time.
Oh, we're losing you there, Matty.
He's still looking like David Brent though when he's frozen.
Yeah, I think Ryan's frozen and all. Pay
It's
your
like
Wi-Fi,
David Brent
pay for your Wi-Fi, lads.
Eddie Munster, innit? Have had a baby with Matt.
Oh, we've lost Ryan. Look, he's been cut off.
Can we just leave Matty sitting there like that? Because that's brilliant. Just
That is Brent, isn't it? That is Brent.
I'm getting a photo of it. I don't even care. That is the best.
Quick, that is.
He's still
Here he is.
David Brent. We've got David Brent in the building now. Look.
David Brent, we've got Ricky Gervais top left. Top left for me.
Did it all cut out for me? I think I lost connection. But
Yeah, we had a great
I've just
time.
been looking at Matty.
Matty's gone.
Yeah, we'll get back. We'll get Matty back in a minute. So
Tell me about Fergie or something from Black Eyed Peas or
it was. Yeah, I thought it was Fergie about Jaffa Cakes.
Sarah Ferguson.
Jaffa Cakes or sellotape. I don't know what story he was going on the back off there.
Yeah.
Who,
So
me?
Stu,
Oh, so we
Stu,
was
one of your pieces went done well, didn't it? During the Euros, was it, or the World Cup?
Oh yeah, we won an award. Yeah, it was on BBC. It was just a flag
Big
that we
England
worked
flag?
on. Yeah, and we
Oh,
won a
quality.
little award for that. But done some
It
other
was a big.
bits.
It was a big poem, wasn't it? Stu, in a shape of the England flag.
Yeah, I did. I didn't actually write that. We have a copywriter. I just worked on the design and the
I've seen
millions
your
of designers working this flag. Yeah. So
But that one's
no,
pretty famous. Most people would have seen that, I think, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you know, it was everywhere. You know, don't like
Yeah.
to talk about it
Yeah.
really, to be honest.
That was right. That was the time. Weren't that? That was it Southgate? Was he the manager?
Yeah, he still is the manager.
No. What I mean, it weren't Hodgson, was it? It was, yeah.
No.
It was a Southgate.
No,
like, so that's when all the country were behind them, weren't they? Everyone was wearing cardigans and.
Hey.
Yeah, my mate Tom wrote that. Very clever man, copywriter, and the amount of changes that we had to do trying to fit, because people go, "Oh, what about this player? What this player?" And literally, when it went to press, we missed Beckham off. So he was going to have, I think it was the game Beckham's or something like that, and we didn't have it on. But you know,
So he weren't
Yeah,
in it.
more-
Beckham weren't in it.
no, we missed Beckham
I
off.
don't think anyone knows who he is anyway, so I wouldn't worry about it.
Yeah,
Heard of him.
Alright. Not even famous.
Matty, you were telling us about Fergie from the Black Eyed Peas and Jaffa Cakes.
Yeah. Before Dave cut me off, no, I'm joking. No, just saying. I went on a tour of Old Trafford years and years ago as a kid, and one of the tour guides was just explaining about Jaffa Cakes and how the Manchester United players would eat them at half time to get energy. So that was my segue into other football stories, because obviously Ryan and Stu, you worked together for a management company, and you hosted one of the greatest, if not the greatest footballer ever, and you chaperoned the great legend that is Pele. Tell us more about that, guys.
I thought you were going to say Alex Iwobi then.
Yeah, he's a really nice chap, actually. I've got to say, before we go into Pele, who is the greatest footballer of all time, well, maybe Messi, Alex Iwobi's a really nice guy. I like him. I met
I won't
him.
have a bad word said about him.
We're not
You touched a nerve.
reputation
Right.
banded around
He's
this
definitely
podcast.
not watching this, but I want to say he's a nice fella.
Charlie, that's your bet out the window, isn't it? Oh, you thought, oh yeah, I've had a Wobie here. 8-1. Boom,
Yeah.
lovely. That's gone.
Mate,
Yeah,
I don't
great
think
footballer of all time.
Pele.
Not Tony Adams, of course. We love Tony for what he did in the game and outside the game too. But Pele, Ryan, Stu.
Went to
Man,
our
that
school,
must have
didn't
been
he? Tony
incredible.
Adams.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Was he in your year?
yeah, I think he was. Yeah, he was a year below me.
Little Tony.
Little Tone
Little Tone.
had no shins. Bless him.
Got Freddie.
Yeah. But yeah, no, we had a proper mad run. What was it? Like a 4 or 5
It
month
was-
run on that event, Stu?
Well, I don't think it. I think it was about 3 months. It
Was it 3 months?
It was a massive shit show. But,
It really was.
It was literally, we all got sold the dream of working with Pele, which everyone's like, fucking I want to work with Pele. But there was the idea was brilliant, but badly executed by the management above us. Literally brought me in to do all the advertising and do the creative, and I'm just like, yep, I'll do this. Where's the budget? Oh, we haven't got none. Okay.
Yeah.
So literally I had to try and use all my leads and blag sort of advertising with like the Evening Standard, the Sun, the Telegraph. I used to work for the Telegraph, so I got them an interview. I got Matt, I got you an interview as well, didn't I? Right?
You did, mate. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
but it was literally the contract before. They'd massively overpaid for what Pele was, and all the way through it, they were just trying to scrape money back to get that money back. Too big a venue, but saying that, it was hilarious.
We had such a laugh.
I mean, the way it ended as well in Manchester was the second part of the tour. We went up to Manchester. The 2-day tour.
The 2-day tour.
It was free. We went to 2. Me and Ryan was meant to drive back from Manchester, but we decided we was knackered. We'd been up there got up like 5 in the morning, drove to Manchester, set up, done the Pele thing. And we thought, fuck it, let's go and have a beer. And we ended up crashing in someone's hotel room on the floor and woke up sharing a pillow. Breathing and that stuff. And I literally just opened my eyes and there's Ryan. He's sitting there going, like, they were trying to drive home.
As if you rolled over and there was Pele.
No, Pele opened the curtains naked. He's just standing there like that.
Doing kick-ups.
Yeah.
With no feet.
taking his Viagra.
Thank you.
So what was Pele like? Did you speak to him? Did you meet him?
Right, wasn't it? So we did Manchester June the 4th. Was it 2015, 16?
16,
like
I think 16, yeah.
Yeah, and, I actually went to Pele. I went, my birthday today, and he sung me happy birthday, like, happy birthday, shaking my hands. It was so surreal.
You know what? He was such a lovely man. Like,
yeah.
But they were just because after us, he went straight to the Euros and opened the Euros.
Yeah, it was like when we embraced you, shook your hands, he held your hands, didn't he?
Held your hand really tight, like. And
but his management team,
thank you.
They sold interviews. I think Matt, you must have had like a 30-second interview with Pele. The way,
tell us about that, Matty. Tell us about the time.
It was one of those, like, it's not often you get asked to interview Pele, and for me it was like fantastic one-on-one interview with him as well. So usually, like, when you get a big star, you might do a round table interview or something like that. But I was very fortunate enough that you guys had arranged this, and I just felt great. I had loads of questions lined up. Anyway, the line was so bad. It was so bad. His English wasn't great either. I don't think he was feeling particularly well. Because obviously he's had a few health battles and stuff like that, but his management wasn't particularly helpful either. But you know what? We actually managed to salvage an interview out of it somehow. I don't know how I did it, but we got.
Didn't I record some for you? Didn't I record like the?
Yeah, I mean, I got I just remember because when you do an interview, you think, "Fucking hell, that was great," and you think the next feeling as a journalist, you're like, "Oh, I've got to transcribe this," so you might do a 20-minute interview and it takes you about 3 hours to transcribe because it's stop, start, and you're typing what somebody said. And I just thought with Pele, it was like 1 or 2 word answers, and I was like, I don't know how I'm going to spin this into a story really, but anyway, we managed to do it. We got him on because Leicester won the league that year, so we were talking about Leicester City and how incredible that was. But it was one of those. It was quite. A lot of people ask me, like, who's the most famous person you've ever interviewed? I think Pele probably would be that number one, I guess, just because of his gravitas in the game. But that was without a doubt the most difficult interview I've ever had to do. So it was quite a contrast. Recently, I spent 2 hours with Jose Mourinho, and he was a lot more easier to speak to. That's for sure.
Mate, can I just let you in on a little secret?
You were Pele.
No. We've managed to track Pele down.
Pele.
He's with us now. We're gonna reconnect you to Pele
That's funny
and finish that interview. Ladies and gentlemen, all the way from Sao Paulo, please welcome Pele.
And joining Pele is Everton Football Club superstar Alex Iwobi.
Alex Iwobi.
I
wish we had him. I wish we had him.
His PA, didn't you? Like literally, and it was like, what has happened? This is a nightmare. Right?
It was a nightmare.
You was meant to have 20 minutes. You had something like 3 minutes, not even that, I think.
Yeah,
and so we lined up with TalkSport for Pele to talk to the Romford Pele, Ray Parlour. And we was like, it was meant to be Alan Brazil. And then they said, look, Ray Parlour meeting Pele versus Pele, brilliant. And we thought, that'll get so many, it'll give you like advertisement for the event and all that.
Imagine
literally
with Ray Parlour at 11:15 on a Saturday
Jaeger
morning
bombs
for a curry.
But they,
Cobra bombs
down in Smirnoff.
Cobra bombs, that's it. He gets Cobra, doesn't he? Was it Jaeger?
Yeah.
I saw him in the curry house the other week in Shenfield. I mean, he had like everything on the menu and like 2 large Cobras just to hold on to. Not Pele, Ray
Stability, just for stability. So don't fall
hello
his hill.
I did, I said hello. My dad knows him a bit. My dad's got some great stories about Parlour and some of the old Arsenal boys because one of our family friends, my dad's best mate's in a wheelchair, and he was quite high up in the disabled, helping out the disabled people in the disabled section at Arsenal all the way back in Highbury, and he got to know a lot of the team. He used to fly with the team to a lot of European games, and used to park in the same car park as a lot of the players would after the game. A lot of the players have had a few beers. And a lot of them are from around this way. Dixon used to drink over this way. Parlour's not far. He's got some good stories. And a lot of them used to have a few beers and jump in my dad's mate's car. And they used to drive them to whatever pub around Piriki or Shenfield or whatever it might be and have a locky with them. So he's got some good stories.
Oh, decent. We might have to try and, when we're allowed to all drink together again, try and recreate it. Dave's cabs.
We're trying to get the Romford Pele.
Cactus. They're both called Dave. My dad's mate's called Dave. My dad's called Dave. So just be Dave Motors.
Dave's cars.
You're Arsenal stars.
Before we move on from Pele, I've got a bone to pick with the cameraman, the photographer from that Pele event. Literally, I've had a photo of like the greatest player that's ever lived, and I've turned into like is it Ant McPartlin? One of the Ant and Deck ones where my forehead's like that long. Like every photo, my forehead is like that, literally. I mean, my forehead's pretty big, but I don't know. Was he about 4 foot and just take
like a cone head?
It's not about the photo; it's about the experience, Dave. Remember
every
that.
photo got a 5 head. I'm like that.
Oh, even that with the photos was a nightmare. Like scurrying people along, trying to get. It was like queuing up on it for like a dinner.
I ended up having a dance off with like an actual dance group. And I'll take them on. Easy.
What's the entertainers called that started taking the piss out of Pele?
So we were looking with like, so we had to obviously try and get entertainment for the night. So we're getting guests and we're like rattling through all these artists and stuff. Obviously, because we're on a budget, we're trying to think, right, who can we get realistically that's going to come and play, but be like sort of in the theme, if you know what I mean. So anyway, I'd been to British Summertime Festival like maybe a year or so the year before, and we're playing. We're at one of the stages, and the Cuban Brothers come out. I don't know if you've ever seen the Cuban Brothers, but they're like hilarious. They're like a mock band. Do you know, like Spinal Tap? They're like a mock group, and they just come out telling jokes, and they talk like this, and they're from Scotland, and they're all dressed up in cute, and they do break dancing, they can DJ, they all sing, they do loads of remixes. Like they are quality, but like, as the show goes on, they start to take more and more of their clothes off, so they just end up in like a pair of pants at the end of the show. And we went, do you mind? Like, will you be involved with a Pele event? They went, yeah, like we'd love to be involved. Love it.
You got to do the Scottish accent.
Yeah, I mean, love it. Absolutely love it.
He just turns into his mum again.
Yeah, no, don't.
Hello, David.
So I said to him, look, you're going to have to really tone it down a little bit, yeah? Just because Pele, like, he probably loves all that. Don't get me wrong. He probably loves, like, all the, you know what I mean? Like, the
Jeff first loved it.
The banter side. But they went, mate, no worries. Like, we've got it covered, pal. No worries, mate. So anyway, the show starts, and within about 15 minutes, the geezer's absolutely, like, stark naked. Do you know what I mean? And he's like in front of Pele, shaking it. Going, hello, man. How you doing, man? He's just like, with me, Stu, just like this.
He started talking about. He said, me and Pele, we're good friends. We go out, we shag the women, and all this. And we're like, and then his PA has got the right petrol, isn't she?
Yeah.
And she went, you can't say that.
Yeah, please.
And then yeah, but we had some. To be honest, for what a shit show organising it, we had some really good special guests. I mean, we had Jeff Hurst, we had
Martin Peters, Martin Tyler, Jim
Martin Tyler,
Rosenthal.
he interviewed him. Jim Rosenthal, Prince Nazim turned up, which was the strangest thing ever. But how I got his number, weirdest thing ever. But he's a lovely, lovely man. Wouldn't like to fight him. Who else
I think KSI was there.
Yeah, we had
Harry
KSI.
Winks. Harry Winks was there, wasn't
Harry
he?
Winks.
Harry Winks.
Quentin Fortune.
Harry Winks was literally wasn't even. He was on the juniors, weren't he, for Spurs at the time? He hadn't broken.
Yeah,
up.
he was.
He's been in the squad once or twice. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Like
he
the
come
cup
along.
squad.
We chatted to him a few times on the phone, didn't we, Ryan? He's a lovely bloke.
Yeah, really, really nice. Yeah. Yeah.
So, but he actually ended up sitting on my dad's table, which is weird. And now he's playing for England. So
yeah,
very strange. I'm sorry if you can hear snoring at the moment. That's probably my dog next to me.
I was going to say, yeah. So I don't know if you know, but Stu's got a gorgeous bulldog.
It's pretty famous, no?
He's really famous, Dave. Like, don't worry about your followers, Charlie. Don't worry about yours, Matty. Obviously, don't worry about mine and Dave's. Stu, like Albert, the bulldog, he's got like over 12,000 followers.
Really?
Honestly, he writes all his own material, does all his own posts.
Instagram.
Honestly,
It's really strange. Like,
follow him on Instagram.
He gets sent free stuff from all over the world. Like, it's mental.
If I get my fiance to follow your dog from here, our dog's page, can you get a follow?
You just see him hit a paw.
It's the strangest thing ever.
Stu, what's his
Oh, here we go.
Can we have a word with it, Stu?
What's his handle?
That's it. Albert Bulldog. That's it.
All dressed up, nowhere to go.
Honestly,
He's a dude, mate.
I went round Stu's
Social distance around mine.
and like Albert's running about the garden playing with like a big basketball, and then me and Stu having a beer, just like wishing each other a nice Christmas and stuff, and then all you hear is like that. Turn round, Albert's just annihilated the basketball, but puked everywhere, and he's just standing there going,
it was like multi-puke, and he goes, "What's he doing?" I went, "Oh, when he throws up, he just stays still, waits for me to wipe his face." He's got like this basket literally ripped to the bits, and then he's thrown up in a rainbow.
I think he's been eating Skittles. Like,
yeah,
honestly, he's fast, but like follow him. He's hilarious, like absolutely hilarious.
He's a chap. He's going out now. No, he's not. I don't know what he's doing. He's just a lump. So,
but yeah, Stu, remember there was just that one last bit about Pele when we went to Pro Direct Soccer in London, and we ended up being Pele's security team for the day. There was like Carnaby Street got mobbed, and then you just see pictures of me and Stu like either side of Pele.
I think I published one of them on the Mirror website at the time.
Oh,
yeah, you probably did, mate. Yeah,
brilliant.
So surreal.
But yeah, no, we had a fantastic time. It was more enjoyable picking you up every day, wasn't it? Doing the Alan Partridge impressions and just
2 hours.
2 hours of pure joy. But Stu, the reason why obviously you're on here. You've got a story to tell us regarding prostate cancer and the effect that it's had on.
I lost my dad a year and a half ago to prostate cancer. Literally hadn't heard of. Well, I've heard of prostate cancer, but I hadn't really known much about it. And then finding out that it kills the most men, it was quite a strange story because my dad's best mate. They used to take the piss out of him because he always used to go to the toilet when he went to the pub. So he went to the doctor to find out, and he found out he had a tumour on his bladder. It wasn't benign. But they also said to him, "Oh, you've got prostate cancer." I was like, "What's this all about?" So they removed his prostate because he's quite young. He was like early 50s. But he went to all his mates, right, go and get yourself checked out. So what you do, you go and have a blood test. Yeah. It's called a PSA test. And all that does, it gives an indication of the cancer in your body, I think. Doesn't underlinedly say you've got cancer if it's high, but if it's high, they want to do a biopsy. So my dad's level was like 4.3, which was about normal. They said, right, go and have a test, and he had a biopsy, and they said, we're afraid you've got prostate cancer. So my dad's like, right, okay. So what are my options? I said, well, it's a bit aggressive, so we can't take it away, so we have to treat you with radio. And then, so he started having courses of radio, and in that time, like, he got all his mates and his cousins and stuff like that. He went, look, go and get a PSA test, get checked, and also at that time, my dad had found out that he had cancer. He found out also that his two cousins had it.
Wow.
So that one of them had it removed, one of them had an implant. You have a radioactive implant into you, which helps kill the disease and keep it back. But where my dad's was so aggressive, it led to bone cancer, and then that's what ultimately killed him in the end. But he had no symptoms whatsoever. It just goes to show you.
He looked healthy.
Yeah, he was healthy. Yeah, like and he had a bad back and that, but it was always arthritis. And then what it found out that bad back was he had bone cancer. So then he went. Yeah, but it just goes to show you that these PSA tests, you just go to the doctors, book a PSA test, take a blood test, and they can tell you the level you're at. So anyone over 40 should be checked.
Right.
So, I mean, I'm not far off 40. So as soon as I turn 40,
and yeah, like obviously, you know, like if anyone is listening and watching, and you know people around you at that sort of age, or even yourselves, like just it doesn't hurt to just go and book a test and do it.
Well,
just find out for sure.
If it weren't for my dad's mate having it, then my dad wouldn't have found out, and then his two cousins wouldn't have found out because they wouldn't have got checked otherwise. So it's like, what would you say it is? Like a house of cards, really. One sets off a few to help the others. So,
the thing is, like your dad was, you know, your dad was ill himself, and he's out there pushing people to go and get tested. Like that's really brave. Do you know what I mean? And do that. Like,
it's very. Sorry, this side, looking at the camera. It's these badges. Everyone always goes, "What's that for?" And he'd tell him the story, and he'd go, "Go and get yourself checked out." And that's what he done. So, I mean, my other uncle, his brother Alex, had a PSA test, and it was really high. And then he had a biopsy, and they said, "Look, it's fine." So, it's just an indication of PSA test. It's just a blood test, and that's all it is. I mean, it's not as you think prostate exam normally a finger up the arse, is it? It's just I mean, that's uncomfortable.
I mean, we got, you know, Ryan probably has as well, maybe others. When you do an acting job, any acting job you get that's contracted for a substantial amount of time, more than a month or whatever.
Yeah, never had that chart.
Never had that. I didn't know whether they catch you for a while on the bill. I don't know if you did it in one sitting.
I've had one job go on, carry on.
You go for a medical and they do everything. And I was young when I was having it done, and 18 or whatever, and you get older, that's part of this thing they check everything. And although, like, I probably had 4 or 5 medicals for stunts as well, different things, make sure you're okay to do certain scenes. And it sounds so silly, but you dread it because you always think something's going to flag up, and you think I'm dreading this. You have blood tests and all sorts as well.
Yeah, you think the worst, don't you?
And that's a man thing to put that off. Not just a man thing, but I've got a lot of men in my family. I know they're the same. They try and put things off. They're worried about the outcome. They don't want to get a bit of bad news. But when you come out and you're fine, or even if you're not, I imagine there's a bit of respite to go, right, okay, I know where I'm at. I know where I stand. Because that was, for me, something I'd usually go and get done off my own back, but being forced to do it for work.
It made you go.
I know it's scary, but I mean, for all your old men, like your dads, just get them to go and get checked. It's a simple blood test. I mean, it's not scary. And I wish my dad had known about it earlier, because if he'd gone earlier, it wouldn't have led to secondary cancer.
Yeah.
And then he would be still here now. So
quite a lot of people find out by a strange sort of set of circumstances or mistake.
Yeah, exactly.
But that is normally quite far down the line then. So if you can do it early, like you said, and do it off your own back.
I know you've raised £1,000 now, which is brilliant, but the best thing you can do is raise awareness, let people know about this. Get your dad, get your uncle, even get your granddad to go and get checked. It's a simple blood test. And then it can be treated early if unfortunately something's
like something's up there.
Stu, here's a nice photo, obviously. You see it a minute ago of your dad with Pele.
Look how dapper he looks. Look.
Yeah,
that's a great picture.
The cameraman, the photographer, done well for that photo, not for mine so much.
I need to see this photo, Dave. I need to see this photo.
It's honestly,
it won't fit on the screen, Stu.
I look like a conehead.
Saying that, Pele's got a lot of forehead in that picture.
He has. He wasn't a well man then.
No, he wasn't. No,
we literally had to basically carry him everywhere.
Yeah, very frail, isn't he?
Yeah.
But listen, I think you hit the nail on the head, Stu. Thank you, for sharing that story. I know it's been a difficult time for you and your family. We really, really appreciate coming on tonight and sharing it with everyone, because essentially you're right. This is what we're trying to do. We're trying to raise awareness, because the statistics, they are grim. And you need to see them, and we need to check yourselves regularly, get the test done, as Stu said, and hopefully us doing these runs, that can give encouragement to others. But essentially what we want to do is raise awareness and beat this illness.
Yeah, I mean, what's an hour out of your life going to the hospital and taking a blood test and coming back?
That hour can save your life,
And they reckon you should get tested for it every year, I think, from when you're 40.
Really?
Yeah, because you want to get done early. So
well, I think you're right there. And listen, the bell's gone for last orders, boys. So Stuart Hudson, pleasure, graphic designer, graphic guru, and Pele's best friend, as we've discovered tonight. Alan Partridge, aficionado as well. Thank you very much for coming on. We really appreciate it. Thank you to everyone who's watched tonight as well.
I want a live set when I'm doing my run.
Yes, absolutely. We need that. We need your encouragement. Listen, I've got to say thanks to everyone for their comments. Thanks for their donations. We're nearly at the halfway stage of our challenge. We're all really putting a great effort in. Boys, superb stuff. Ryan, I hope to see you running somewhere. I've got trackers on you just in case you do get lost again. Charlie, keep up.
I'm going to start now and then run to work. So I'll be there for 7.
Listen, that's all from me, boys. I'll leave it to you to take the show away.
As I say, lads, again, massive thank you to Stu and sharing his story with us. I hope this sort of woke people up and they go, that's exactly.
Well, if one person goes and gets checked after watching this or us doing the run, then that's it.
Exactly. And then
it really is that simple.
We'll stick a post out this evening, just raising awareness. So if you're listening, you haven't got to do anything. Just hit share it, and someone on your timeline, someone you might know, someone on the news feed might see it. They might go get checked. I know I'm gonna make a huge effort to give everyone a kick in the right direction.
And even if you can donate a couple of quid, we'll be grateful for it. And that's a tough time for everyone. couple of quid would be over the moon. You know, we really appreciate every donation.
Yeah, and thank you. Yeah, thank you so much
Thanks
for
again,
putting your hands in your pockets and getting behind us. Really appreciate it.
Thanks,
But
everyone.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well done,
Cheers,
boys,
lad.
going live for the first time. I know we've done a watch along, but yeah, well done. No one
Well
said
done.
the word.
Yeah, you've done really well.
Well done, boys.
But as I say,
So,
Stu, raise a glass to you, old man.
Cheers, mate. Appreciate that.
And yeah, and
Thanks, boys.
everyone stay safe. I will say, everyone stay safe. Protect the NHS and save lives. Hands, face, and space. Okay.
There's a terrible Donald Trump now.
I know, yeah. I know, so bad.
Good.
all right.
Thanks,
See you
everyone.
later.
Take
Cheers,
care.
boys. See you later.
Yeah, no.